Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I know so many of you over on TikTok have been blowing up the comments asking for this. So today we're finally doing some customer reviews analysis for it, but before we dive into that, be sure to check out this exclusive discount available for it. You'll find it in the description and in the first comment under this video. Now, let's not waste any more time and jump right into the details. So, this power station has become a kind of lifesaver for me since I was dealing with an old APC uninterruptible power supply with a dead battery. I started looking for something that could do 0 millisecond interruption in power, or at least pass through charging, and this one popped up as a solid option. It's from a brand I trust, Anker, which for me means reliable chargers, batteries, and power tools. They market it as about 512 watt-hours, but I'm realistic about what you actually get in the tank. I'd expect around 450 watt-hours of usable energy, which is plenty for most home and car setups. I tested the uninterruptible power supply mode, and it works the way you'd want. If the charging wall plug gets disconnected, your connected devices don't suddenly reboot. That instant handoff matters if you're trying to protect sensitive gear or just keep a router and cameras running during a blackout. One thing to keep an eye on is how you power it. My understanding from this model and information I've seen is that pass-through charging can shorten battery life, whereas constant wall charging on a laptop behaves a bit differently. Anker Tech Support told me that keeping it plugged in can actually prolong the life of the battery in this device, which is music to my ears. It's comforting to think of it more like a laptop in that respect. When it's plugged in, you're drawing from the outlet and not necessarily draining the battery as fast. I've got a power strip hooked into this power station with a cable modem, a Wi-Fi router, a surveillance system, and a security alarm, and I'm pulling around 70 watts. At that rate, you're looking at roughly 6.5 hours of runtime in a power outage, which is more than enough for a lot of situations. It's not about hiking with this one, it's about car camping, a home office backup, or keeping the essentials online during a short blackout. There are a few things I'd tweak. I wish there were more universal serial bus ports. 2 universal serial bus type A ports would be ideal. The light strip is handy, but I'd prefer a cooler white instead of the warm tint it currently has. Still, this is a minor quibble in a product that otherwise checks most of my boxes. This is my upgrade from the earlier model, and I genuinely love it for the history I have with Anker. The moment you add solar panels, the experience reaches a whole new level, and the promise of expandability is nice on paper, and from what I'm hearing about newer models, a real-world example that sold me, I had to move my prized BMW into a storage facility for a month because of water in the garage. I used this power station to run a C-Tech battery charger for the car battery. I got 3 full days of charging with plenty to spare before needing a recharge, and the car battery stayed in great health when it finally came home. It's not flashy, but it's a solid tool. If you want something powerful and light enough to handle a car campsite or a small outdoor setup, this power station is worth a look. It feels like a trusted companion, and I'd recommend it to anyone who wants reliable backup power without the big price tag or the overly marketing vibe.